Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Big Chief NFL Pick'ems. I'm your host, Big Chief Daddy.
And I'm Little Chief.
And we're going to here to give you Week 17 picks of the NFL season. The last week of the regular season. Who's going to get into the playoffs? Who's not going to get into the playoffs? We shall see. But first, let's get to the results of Week 16. Littlest Chief was 8-8. Big Chief 11-5. I get the belt back. My belt.
You won?
I did win. We will see what happens next week. Will I have the belt? Will she get the belt back? We'll see. So,
I want my revenge.
we shall see. So sit back, relax. Let's get to Week 17. Happy New Year to everybody and all. Let's see. Who do we got first?
We have the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills.
All right. Miami. Buffalo Bills are favored by 3. I think they're going to start their starters. I haven't heard anything of it. Who do you like? All right. I'm going to pick the Buffalo Bills. All right. Who do we have next?
We have the Bengals versus the Ravens.
All right. The Ravens are favored by 13. They need some help. They need to get in the playoffs. They needed to win 3 in a row. They've won 2 so far. We shall see what happens. I like the Ravens.
I like the Ravens.
All right.
Do you see my revenge coming?
I do. All right. Who do we like next? Who we got next?
We have the Steelers versus the Browns.
Okay. Browns are favored by 9. Steelers on a little bit of a downslope. They will not be starting Ben Roethlisberger this weekend. Browns need a win. They've had a great year, but they need to get into the playoffs. Browns are favored by 9. Who do you like?
The Browns.
I like the Browns myself. All right. Who is next?
We have the Vikings versus the Lions.
All right. Vikings are -7. Hey, both teams are out of the playoffs, so, I mean, this is just a fun game. The Lions, hopefully, with their new regime for next year, will actually get better. We'll see. Who do you like?
I like the Lions for my Gigi mom.
Okay, I'll take the Vikings. What do we got next?
We have the Jets versus the Patriots.
Okay, Jets have won 2 games, giving away their number 1 pick. They finally won 2 games. That's shocking. So we'll see what happens. The Patriots come back to earth. Sorry, New England fans. You're on the bottom now. You're actually in the draft. No playoffs for you. No, Bill Belichick probably wishes he still had Brady. Because I know Brady doesn't wish he had Belichick. Because Brady's in the playoffs. Bill Belichick's going to be sitting at home watching the playoffs. I'm going to mess around, and I'm going to go, I'll say the Jets. I say somehow the Jets win another game.
Jets.
All right. What do we got next?
We have the New York Giants versus the Cowboys.
Okay, Cowboys are favored by 2.5. 2.5. Hey, guess what, folks? The Dallas Cowboys can actually make the playoffs. Need a little bit of a help, but really not.
What?
But they also just need a win.
What?
If they
They're
win,
upset.
and I think they will win, I will take the Cowboys. And I'm also going to call this right now. I believe the Cowboys will be in the playoffs. Somehow, some way.
You're going with the upset.
I am. Who do you like?
The New York Giants.
Okay.
So I don't lose.
All right. We shall see on that one. What do we got next?
The Buccaneers versus the
The who?
Ugh.
Say it one more time. The who do we got? You need help with that one? The Falcons.
The Falcons.
The Falcons and the Bucks. Bucks are favored by 7.
Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers are favored by 7. They're at home. They They're not going to win the division, but they're in the playoffs. Falcons, Matt Ryan, maybe it's time for him to go. Julio Jones, we'll see. I like the Bucks.
I'm picking this one.
Who is that? He just said it. It's the Falcons.
The Falcons.
Okay.
I forgot.
What do we got next?
The Bears versus the Packers. I got the Bears for my mommy.
Okay, she's going with the Bears. The Packers are favored by 6. Aaron Rodgers might have clinched the MVP as of last week. Most likely going to clinch it after this week. I'll get to that in a minute. Bears need a win. They're in the playoffs right now. But the Cardinals need a win. But they won't. I'll take the Packers. I think the Packers. All right. Oh, that's okay. We'll fix it. All right. Who do we got next?
Oh, I'm okay. We have the Broncos versus the Raiders.
Hey, the Raiders are favored by 2.5. Hey, guess what? You know what happened? You know what the Chiefs, Broncos, and Raiders have in common?
What?
Neither of them will be playing on NFL Wildcard Sunday. It's a good joke for all you Raider and Bronco fans out there. Raiders are favored by 2.5. I'll take the Raiders.
I'm taking the Broncos for my grandma.
All right.
We have the Colts versus the Jaguars.
All right. Jaguars are on the clock. Trevor Lawrence is pretty much locked in for them. Colts, 14 points is a big spread. But Jacksonville's pretty much given up their season. I like the Colts. I'll take them.
I like the Colts because it's a horsey and I love horses.
All right. The next game we have is an interesting game. What do we got?
The Chiefs versus the Chargers.
Okay, the Chargers are favored by 3.5. Here's why. As bad as the Chiefs' offense has looked the last 3 games,
Chiefs.
she wants the Chiefs. Let me write that down here.
On the right one.
But Andy Reid has decided to rest his starter, Patrick Mahomes, costing him possibly the MVP because he needed to have a good game against the Chargers because he didn't have a great game against the Falcons, oddly enough, which also cost me a chance in the fantasy football championship. But hey, guess what? I could possibly win 3rd place. We'll see what happens. But Chiefs have been struggling. They have not covered in the last 3 games. They're going to pack Cheney. The Chargers are so bad. I want to pick the Chargers, but I won't. I will pick the Chiefs just because the Chargers they're my favorite team, and because the Chargers are favored. But I'll take the Chiefs. The next game is
the Cardinals and the Rams.
Okay, here we go. Cardinals need to win, but they also need a Bears loss. The Bears, like I said before, would lose. However, the Cardinals, I'm going to take the Rams on the last-minute field goal. I think the Rams will win. I don't know how. They played horrible the last few weeks. Jared Goff is not looking like himself. But the Cardinals are young. I'm going Rams.
I'm going Rams.
All right. The next game we got is what?
The Seahawks versus the 49ers.
Hey, look, the Seahawks won the division last week against the Seahawks are favored by 6.5. 49ers are on the clock. I'll take the Seahawks.
See my revenge?
I see your revenge.
Again?
I do. I hope the Seahawks don't win by 6 or less because I'll lose. All right, what do we got next? Last 2 games of the year.
The Saints versus The Panther.
Okay. Saints are favored by 6.5. They're fighting for that first seed. So they're going to, I think, what do you want?
I want the Panthers.
She's going Panthers. I'm going to go with Saints. I think the Saints win. And I think the Saints also going to clinch that first round. I think they somehow... No, they won't. Because the Bears won't win. But the Packers will get the bye. Saints will have to play, but they'll get the number 2 seed. I like the Saints.
I like...
Okay. You said you're going to go with the Panthers.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Who do we got next?
The Texans versus the Titans. It's funny because they both start with T.
They do start with T. And the Titans used to be called the Houston Oilers. And so, but then they left to go to Tennessee, and the Texans came about.
They also rhyme.
They also do rhyme. Who do you like?
Titans.
The Titans. Hey, I'm gonna take the Titans myself. I think they win. But they're favored by 7.5. But I'll take the Titans. All right.
The next one we have Washington versus the Eagles.
Okay, so this is why I said Dallas.
Last one.
The last game of the season. This is why I said the Washington will. I wanted Washington in the playoffs so badly.
Dun, dun, dun.
But this is why I said Chicago will win. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys will be in the playoffs. Because Washington, no Alex Smith, just got rid of Dwayne Haskins. I don't know who their quarterback's going to be this weekend.
I want the Eagles so I don't lose.
Jalen Hurts has been awesome. Bye-bye Wentz. It's going to be Hurts. It's going to be Jalen Hurts' team from now on. I'll take the Eagles. Washington favored by 3, but I want the Eagles. She wants the Eagles. All right, guys. Well, those are our picks for Week 17. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll be back for the playoffs. We will give our playoff picks next week. So make sure you stay tuned for those as well as next week. Enjoy your guys' football. For Big Chief Daddy, this is Little Chief. See you guys later. And once again, Happy New Year.
See you next